What do you say to someone who is happy with what they do, lives a fulfilled life, exercises, and is still depressed?
Yes, I thought a lot about this, but remind me to come back to the thing about East London.
I know this is an issue with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I know people that worship at the altar of science and modern medicine that firmly believe that all depression is because of some sort of chemical imbalance in the brain, and anything that debates that or anything that disputes that notion it pisses them off.
Yeah, no, I understand that, and I would have been like that for many.
Do you get that?
Yeah, of course, I was like that for many years.
Do you get that?
Oh, do you mean do I get some people responding that way? Sure, of course, of course. I think the World Health Organization is the leading medical body in the world, right? They did a study of all the best evidence, and they explained very clearly that mental health is a social indicator, right? It has social causes. It needs social solutions as well as individual solutions. The science on this is overwhelming. You won't get many scientists who say, in fact, you struggle to find any scientists who say depression is purely a biological phenomenon, right? Pretty much everyone agrees there's some social and psychological component. I think there's a weird disconnect between what the scientists know and what the public is told, right? I don't know anyone who went to their doctor who, apart from this wonderful doctor in East London who we can talk about, who went with depression and anxiety and was told anything other than a biological story. I mean, they may be asked, some of them were asked about childhood, what was your childhood like, and referred to a therapist, but no one was told about these wider social causes. No one was told, like, do you feel controlled at work? Well, okay, it's a fact that could be making you depressed. But in terms of the people who are depressed but don't, because this was a real mystery to me, right? I knew people, I thought, but this guy's got everything and he's still depressed. What's going on here? I think there's two things to say about that. One is, I started to, for various reasons, for research, for something else, I was reading some like feminist texts from the early 60s, right? The thing that happened in the early 60s is women would go to their doctor and they'd say, doctor, there's something really wrong with my nerves. People talked about in terms of nerves then, we don't do that anymore. Something really wrong with my nerves because I've got everything a woman could possibly want. I've got a husband who doesn't beat me, I've got a car, I've got a washing machine, I've got 2 kids, but I feel like shit, right? And the doctor would go, you're right, and give a Valium. Now, if we could travel back in time and speak to those women, what we'd say is, right, you've got everything you could possibly want by the standards of the culture, but the standards of the culture are just wrong, right?